Good evening and welcome to Ukraine Brief. I'm Marie Cato. Today marks 1,472 days of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Here are the latest stories. Hungary's National Anti-Terrorism Center has detained 2 vehicles outside of Budapest belonging to Ukraine's state savings bank, Oszad Bank. The vehicles were carrying significant amounts of currency and gold. Hungarian authorities also detained 7 of the bank's employees. According to Oszad Bank, the convoy was carrying $40 million, 35 million euros and 9 kilograms of gold from Austria to Ukraine under an international agreement with Austria's Raiffeisen bank. Oszad Bank added that the convoy was part of a regular transportation of foreign currency and precious metals between the 2 banks, carried out in accordance with international rules. On social media today, Hungarian Foreign Minister Péter Szijjártó said the cash shipment through Hungary raised serious questions while alleging a connection with what he called the Hungarian war mafia. Now, Hungary's National Tax and Customs Authority is reportedly pursuing criminal proceedings on the suspicion of money laundering. Striking back today, Ukrainian Foreign Minister Andrii Sybiha took to social media to denounce Hungary's actions. Sybiha accused Hungary of taking Ukrainian bank workers hostage while maintaining that they were transporting the cash and gold under legitimate circumstances. Ukraine's ambassador to Hungary, Fedir Sándor, reportedly arrived today at the headquarters of Hungary's counter-terrorism center, attempting to meet with the detained Ukrainian citizens. This afternoon, the Hungarian government stated that they have expelled the detainees from Hungary. Ukrainian Foreign Minister Andrii Sybiha denounced today what he called, quote, racketeering and terrorism following Hungary's detention of the Ukrainian convoy.
We believe that this is an act of state racketeering and terrorism that we find unacceptable. Ours will be a mirror reaction. This is unacceptable behavior. This is irresponsible behavior. This is provocative behavior. On the other hand, we vow to act within the framework of international law, observing all our obligations, and we will do it responsibly but resolutely. We won't allow the humiliation of our citizens. We won't allow provocations against Ukraine. We won't allow kidnapping, whether of Ukrainian people or property.
Russia continues to attack civilians overnight. At least 2 people have been killed and 8 more were wounded during Russia's strikes against Ukraine. At least 3 people were wounded following a Russian assault against the Dnipropetrovsk region. Explosions rocked the city of Kryvyi Rih, leaving apartment blocks damaged. In the Kherson region, at least 1 person was killed and 4 others wounded by Russian strikes. Civilian infrastructure, including private homes, were heavily targeted in the city of Kherson. Additionally, in the Donetsk region, Russian shelling reportedly killed 1 person and destroyed multiple residential buildings. President Zelenskyy spoke today about his visit with Ukrainian servicemen in this frontline city of Druzhkivka. Zelenskyy also said Russia is preparing a new spring offensive.
The Russians are not giving up on war, and here in the Donetsk region, they are preparing an offensive for the spring. It's important that our positions are strong. It's important that the brigades are adequately supplied. The guys are holding on with dignity. And this is how our country, our diplomacy, our people will continue to hold on. All of our partners in America, in Europe, wherever should clearly understand that Putin, the Iranian regime, North Korea, Lukashenko, and others like them are friends only in order to do what they want with our Donbas. Evil must be stopped. Ukrainians here in the Donbas are doing exactly that.
Another 300 Ukrainian troops and 2 civilian detainees were brought home today in a prisoner exchange with Russia. This comes following yesterday's exchange that returned 200 Ukrainian prisoners of war from Russian captivity. Zelenskyy took to social media on Friday to hail the return of the Ukrainian soldiers, noting that most of them had spent over a year in captivity. This exchange concludes the 500 for 500 prisoner swap that began on Thursday. The deal was reportedly brokered by the United States and the United Arab Emirates following agreements reached during the last round of peace talks in Geneva.
Забрали.
And that's all for Ukraine Brief today. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more on TVP World and tvpworld.com. Goodbye.